A couple of years ago, SpellForce 2 Gold got an update called Anniversary Edition, which promised to bring improvements such as bug fixes, a native widescreen support, and better compatibility, but let's just say it's got some problems. I'll show you how to fix them. A disclaimer before we start. Keep in mind that what we'll be doing here is switching the version of a game to an older one, meaning that your saves most likely won't work anymore. I still think it's worth switching over for a better experience, but just keep it in mind. As for why you'd want to swap back to an older version, the Anniversary Edition not only introduces a myriad of game-breaking bugs to the game, it also has pretty much no advantage over the Gold Edition whatsoever, and it has those god-awful shaders from Demons of the Past where it looks like the characters have like eyebrows that are tattooed to their face. Real ugly. So, there's a few steps we need to take, and the first one starts here, on Steam. You'll right-click the Anniversary Edition, go to Properties, Betas, and select the only branch available. That's the OG Gold version of the game. Once that's done, let the game download this version, and while that's going on, you'll have to download two patches, both of which are linked in the description below. The SpellForce 2 hardware patch and the SpellForce 2 camera bug fix. And please install them before you start your new playthrough, because while you might get lucky and not get any bugs, if you do get one, it'll be too late. The patches won't save you then. So do it the safe way and get them now. Please. Installing either of them isn't that difficult, as they do come with an installer. Download them and simply run it, though one thing I will say is that you should run them as an administrator to avoid any clearance issues. The hardware patch will make the game compatible with modern hardware, and it introduces widescreen support by scaling the game to a native monitor resolution. Do keep in mind that if that resolution goes over 1920 by 1080, the game will crash because the engine can't handle those resolutions. To prevent this, make sure the resolution of your monitor is set to 1080p before running and installing the patch. You can change it back once you're done. The camera bug fix, on the other hand, fixes a notorious camera bug, as the name suggests, that the Gold Edition has. You might have seen it or even experienced it, but it pretty much makes that save unusable and you're forced to load a previous save before you enter the map where the bug occurred. And with that, you're pretty much set. A small tip at the end: even though you have these patches, remember that this is an old game, and this really goes for any old game, but there's no guarantee that they'll work perfectly on modern systems, so save often. I would recommend doing it at least once per map in SpellForce. Should something happen, you won't have to replay too much to get back to the point where you were. Also, once you start the game, it will require a key. THQ Nordic was generous enough to give us some keys on the Steam forum, and I will link those in the description below, so just take one of those. And keep in mind, like it says on the post, if you want to play multiplayer with a friend of yours or something, just don't take the same key, otherwise you won't be able to join the lobby, right? Just take different ones, but they should all work. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, consider liking it, subscribing, and let me know in the comments. Oh, and also, I'll be streaming on Twitch later today, so check that out if you want to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.